Hello and welcome back to A Town Called Bastard. This is him, Neill, and we're playing Crusader Kings 2 Conclave. I was so excited after the end of the last video that I have just kept on playing. And as you may remember from the last video, the last thing I did was successfully engage a plot to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Kent, which was done with the aid of my loyal backers. Now, I'd been sitting at 20% for ages, but he became incapable and suddenly everyone wanted to help. I only had a 60% chance to gain this fabrication, but I've succeeded, which is excellent. So, striking while the iron's hot, I'm going to take Kent from this man. Oh, and I just glossed straight over that and ran roughshod over the desires of my faction. There serves me right for not paying attention to the rules. Nevertheless, I still think I've made the right choice. I could have bought favours off them, but I didn't. I'm okay with that, because I don't really care if they're discontented for 2 years, because the factions they like to form I'm not too worried about. I say that, but I'm a tyrant. That actively makes me a tyrant. They all like me, but they dislike me quite a lot. I'm glad I passed primogeniture a bit ago. The plus side, they all like me at least a bit, so I'm not too concerned just yet. I'll call my spymaster. No, my spymaster's not nearly as powerful in martial as he once was. Now, is there anywhere that... So Middlesex is a terrible place to come from. It's crossing over. Probably something silly like the Thames or some other backwards river no one's ever heard of. Sorry, on the 21st. Okay. I'm gonna get there in a second. Right, let's stop somewhat. I'm gonna start you from a powerful middle flank. There we go. Wait, not middle flank. That's a bizarre term. I don't think there can be such a thing as a middle flank. Can there be such a thing as a middle flank? Maybe there is. Central flank. Column. Something like that. I always considered flanks to be a thing that you had to your side. Like animals' flanks, I suppose. Still, regards the nuances of the language for this, I should be in very good straits. I should become Duke of Kent, which means I have quite a good hold on southern England and on northern England. I'll probably try to take either Warwick or Northumberland next. Still hoping for that mystical fabrication on the Duchy of Brittany. I mean, the fabrication of the County of Vannes was quite nice, but what? On his death, well, technically it might leave me around, but it'll all come back to me eventually. I'm not too worried. I'm quite glad that the Duke of Warwick presumably does not have title revocation law. Unless my wife's title, sorry, my daughter-in-law's titles are quite safe, and therefore my grandson's titles are quite safe. It seems amusing that the Duchy of Aquitaine has been lost entirely from Plantagenets. Oh, another death for Baron of Richmond. Oh, he's quite good. He can become my marshal at 18. Yes, yes you can. I'm presuming that part of the reason he's a powerful vassal is not only does his barony, quite well developed, but as he personally has quite good martial, he's able to increase it. Oh no, it's only martial minus 20%. Never mind. I'm tempted to go for some... Given I'm already a tyrant, I'm tempted to go for allowing revocable titles and just revoking loads of titles for my vassals. Like Lincoln visits de jure. I'm already a tyrant. How is my son's a despised aristocrat? He is gregarious and kind and humble and zealous. He's stressed, which is less good, but he has potential. Philip de Vere, who... Oh, this is the bastard daughter, isn't it? Bastard son, sorry. Well, you can be a commander, so I'm going to make you rowdy and willful. Not sure what I'm going to do with you, under any circumstances. There we go. My war for Kent. Oh, and he died. So it's Duchess Emma of Kent. Soon to be Countess of Surrey, I believe. And only Countess of Surrey when I take the duchy. And my vassal. Should be nice. Yep, defeating your troops quite handily. No, they're all much for muchness in terms of levies there. So is there anything I can get this favour for whilst I'm waiting? If I had her in my court... Let's see, 6. Hopefully I'll be able to educate him and do something useful. Now, does this allow me to do anything with her? No, not really. Oh well. Still can't play the overarching family patriarch. In some respects it's probably a good thing because I can abuse it a hell of a lot. On the other hand, that's kind of the point. I think the Conclave mechanics are a great start. I'm worried that they won't be able to enhance them because they don't like working on DLC mechanics and future DLCs because they don't like having dependent DLCs. But I think the things like the favour system, there must be great ways to enhance on it so that to have votes specifically for each person. I'm not quite sure how to make it better yet, maybe just granting of titles. So let's have a look. If I try to grant a title to someone, I mean there is that voting bit, but it's not particularly influential. Well, I suppose it could be, if they all disliked you. I am unlanded, I should get the title. Well, you are landed, but I get your point. Some quite nice mechanics hidden behind the scenes here, with all those voting things. I think it has potential to be really good. I think it just needs a bit of work. Holy Roman Revolt, Independence League. And then Sicilian Civil War for elective monarchy. And a Tengri Cuman is revolting against the King of Bulgaria. The Mongol Empire is having a bit of a fit by the looks of it. The third Mongol invasion of Mongolia. There is a coalition against them, so let's have a look at this. There was a coalition by the nearby Steppes tribes. Now I could see that actually kind of happening. Although no, it would never work because I've got 100,000 plot. 120,000 troops. He's become a Sunni! Rather than a... Oh no, he's got sympathy for Islam. My mistake, sorry. And he's a seducer. Every bloody person to seduce. You'd have thought hunting or warlike would be the focus of Genghis Khan. But, never mind. And I've died! Good. I've lost the favour, but I at least now Duke William the Usurper of York, which means I can gain control of my son. Now I'm going to educate them so they're not risking anything. And I can choose it. My council discontent because I've just died. Have I inherited any tyranny? Don't think I have. Nope. But the opinion of my predecessor wasn't great. My Liege's Council... I am not on it, but I'm sure I'm going to be made something very soon. Because I'm a powerful vassal and they won't want to discontent me. Good. I have slightly better stats than my father. Not the diplomacy by the end, but see. Has become Chancellor. Stewardship. No, I think I'm out for this intrigue thing again. I'm King of England, acquire title. I'm going to ask to acquire a title because, worst case, he says no, I suppose. Right. I'm going to go like aspiring trader. Should keep this war on the grounds that. Who are you? Don't know who you are. Okay. He owes me a favour for something. Could not tell you the life of me what that favour was. I have a better Chancellor now. He's in Vars. Cool. No, you can stay where you are. Slightly better, but nothing much. Ooh, you're even better as a bishop, but I'm not my powerful vassal on the council. Right. I might change to allow me to revoke titles just so that I can. Inheritance slip of progeniture. Cool. Everything is as it should be. I have 3 months. 3 months to end my conflicts. Well, I should win in 3 months. Better win in 3 months. Especially I need to win by March. Okay. Well, at least I have a claim. It's only a weak claim now, but is at least a claim that I could press in the future if I need to. I have lost that favour, which is a shame. There wasn't anything useful I could do with it. With my lover's pox, liege. One month. 0 months. This is... Right, I'm going to have to just try and get this quickly. There we go. I've been so glad for assaulting in my life. Imagine he's doing that so I've become much weaker. Do I want to become your commander? No, because that's just risky. I want to gain a title, a proper title. I want to be on your council because I'm a powerful vassal. Blah blah rah, rabble rousing. Excellent. So I could offer a donation to my liege. Would I want to do that? So he owes me a favour. I think I probably would because I'm wealthy. I want to revoke the county of Lincoln. Yes, I probably do because I want my land. I could lose the Duchy of Kent in succession. Why? No, it's gone. Excellent. I could press a claim at Oxford for no reason that I'd want to do. Ha! I now have a favour with the king again. No idea what I'm going to do with this. Oh, I can get more levies. I'm probably going to go for this one now, so I get rid of more archers in there. There's Realm Peace. So now, if I was in the council, I could call a favour. I have, but I'm not in the council. He's not appointing that advisor. Seems slightly foolish, in my opinion. And now it's enforced. There's been no wars for 5 years. Well, I'm okay with that. I could demand a council position. Which is tempting. It is very tempting. But I prefer to save that for something else for now. Because he's going to have to give me one simulator anyway. Possibly. In the meantime, let's see if I can do anything useful, like spy on someone. Because I do have the intrigue focus. Who would I spy on? Well, he's kind of friendly to me-ish, or recently was. Ooh, yes, I'm going to marry you to my son, because you're incapable, you're not likely to have many more children. Not likely to, although they do have a fertile, lustful wife. So I'll give that a go anyway. In fact, if I spy on you so you die... You can't have children! Can I spy on you? No. Who can I spy on? I can spy on him. Assuming I can't spy on him because he's incapable, which seems like nonsense logic. I'll spy on you because you hate me. Convoke the County of Lincoln. We went 7 force peace, so there's nothing to do with that now. Okay. Let's see, threat. Increased council power in York. It's a faction I'd want to start. No. Because I don't believe there's much about the, yeah, it's just banishment. It says. I could teach him to be less nosy, or get it to practice. Why would I become cruel? By teaching him to be less nosy? Presumably I'm beating him, and that's the subtle subtext behind that statement. Shockingly lies. If only I could... You'd have thought there'd be a useful other option here. Instead of threaten John with exposure unless he joins my factions, threaten him with an exposure unless he gives me a favour. That would seem like a really logical unification of the two way of life bits and this. Being able to get a favour from him would seem very sensible right now. But that's not been implemented yet. I can only hope it will be, even if it was implemented. There's nothing terribly useful I can do with that favour, as we've discussed, but I think it would be nice and thematic, because I think that can be worked on separately, that factions can be more useful inside your realm with your peers. But I would hope that would be worked on soon. But being able to get favours from spying on people would seem a logical extension of that. But I'd be surprised if they didn't change all the event chains. Is there any use to bringing him to me alive? Could ransom him. Yeah, let's just do that. He's brought to me in a sack. He hates me. Ransom him. Won't give me a favour. Release him. Yeah, let's just ransom him. There we go. Probably stop spying on him now because he's under my thumb. Ah, my beautiful wife, the Duchess of Duhobart. Gains so much more land on succession. Spy on the Duke of Warwick now. Gain more money. Yes, so it would be surprising if, let's say, someone let slip something whilst you were cruising, and that would give you a favour, or you would... Maybe that's how... They nerf the seduction focus in other ways, so it's just less stupid. Maybe you could gain a favour on someone's wife if you seduced them, and you could use that favour to exact something from the husband, or vice versa if they're different ruling genders. Maybe there are things you could gain if you're hunting with someone, though hunting's already really powerful, but it gives you strong. But you see where I'm going. There would be ways to make sensible favours from all these things. Maybe theology would give you a favour from a church. Business would give you a favour from a mayor. I'm not quite sure how those two things would be useful. Maybe you could turn it into piety or turn it into money. You got a favour with a ecclesiastical or burgher vassal. We'll see. I'm just going to keep on with Duke Henry, see what I get to. Must be something. You think the realm peace prevents all these wars, including revocation, just in case it stops? It's realm peace. Okay, I kind of like that concept. Be annoying, but it can't be done very often, and it's suitably powerful for a rarity. Fine, I'll give up on spying on him. Yes, I'll spy on someone else. Who else can I spy on that's remotely useful? No one particularly. She still has a claim on the Kingdom of Scotland. Let's spy on you for no really apparent reason. Wonder what she is hiding. In the meantime, let's turn these into alliances before they can say no. So that not only am I quite powerful, but I am just generally not a threat because I can call my allies into everything. So not only am I the most powerful single vassal, I also have alliances with the second and fourth most powerful vassals. Giving me a combination of 66, 76, no sorry, 86, 94, 104% of my liege's power, including all my allies. God, they have some quite good genetics here. Oh no, that's different. She leads a secret life as a prostitute in a brothel. Sure. Yeah, why not? That seems so ludicrous. I thought no one would believe it. But then, modern tabloids would be proof for similar things anyway. This character still owes me a favour for something. Not sure what. My liege does. I could still get council position. But I don't know what I'd use it for. Again. He has quite good stats though. He's an aspiring seducer with strong sex appeal. Oh yes. In the meantime... there's not a lot going on right now, so I'll put the speed up briefly. I'm still holding out for that claim from Brittany because it would be a nice one to have. An extra nice 6 counties. Different culture group, it's a bit of a pain. But I'd suffer that from the Welsh too. So anywhere outside the realm I'd suffer from. And they're such large provinces with 3 counties and 6 counties that it's still worth it over anywhere internally. I don't want to be a commander. Although, yes, although Warwick would actually be quite good. Because of all of his vassals. I will think on this. I will think on this. But a barracks in Chester. Great. Oh no, I don't have been a longer range. I don't really want to build anything. Too useful. I wonder if I could get a favour from the Pope. How much would it cost? It would only cost 1,429, and I'd love to see if I could use it to ask for a claim. Yeah, sure, you bathe in the blood of virgins. But it doesn't say that I can use a favour to support my claim from the Pope. And I imagine it could be abused massively. So I can kind of see what that might be. You can just get an honorary title. And then you can be sweet talked. Right. Things are going smoothly again. I'm still a despised aristocrat, but everything else is going quite well. I am the power behind the throne, but I'm presumably the major power comes from using the wealth again. Sure. People are such gullible fools. Okay. It's mainly using my power to generate wealth, and using that wealth to buy favours. There's not that feeling that they're just going to give me a favour because I'm so powerful. Especially because they ask for council support from pretty much everyone. But still, I suppose it kind of represents someone like, what was he, the Earl of Warwick, who was named Kingmaker during the War of the Roses. I suppose it kind of represents that, if there's somehow ways of... Again, I think there needs to be some way of gaining favour through intrigue. And through the other ways of life. That would make it very useful. Then you could just get favours from loads of people. Ooh, some prestige and gold, that's nice. I don't really want to kill him. He's a drunkard anyway. Yeah, murder's going too far. I just want to kidnap him and then ransom him to take his money. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. Why don't you like me? Is he not in the council? You want a seat in the council. There's not a lot I can do about that. Well, there is, but I'm not going to. Because... although you have very good stewardship, actually. Having said that. Fine, yeah. I love you, I'm so sorry for ever doubting you, etc, etc, etc. Better stewardship. He likes more. Earl William the Effeminate. Nitwits of York. My daughter lacks education. So she is willful and indolent. She might be good marshal. Let's make you a martial person. They've also added in the content pack alongside the Conclave expansion various new advisor models, which I can't show you unless I force up the succession the laws to... Again, it'd be nice if I could use this. Anyway. No, has he now? Let's look at Godfrey of Gloucester. Publicly denounced and humiliated. We already had vicious rumours, so there's not a lot more they could do. Yeah, so there's now models for various female councillors, which is nice. There are also new models for Mongol councillors. Which is not supposed to I'm not having much luck, it's that I've already done as much as I can, which is a different way of putting it. Is there anyone left I can spy on? No, I've spied on them. I've spied on you. So that's quite nice. Let's see what else is going on. Well, the Middle East is a bit of a wreck right now. There is a war against the tyranny of Sultan Nasruddin. The Latin Empire seems actually well and truly gone. I've missed that at some point. Let's have a look. Nope, wrong one. Latin. Yep, that's gone. Did not even last a generation, and Baldwin is currently sitting in the court of his daughter, the Duchess of Flanders. Well, he's going to press on some nice claims to someone. Well, to his daughter, I suppose. Don't think there's going to be anything done about that. But always good to see it last for a long time. I do quite like the Seeker 2 Plus mod's take on this, and that there's, or at least the last time I played it. I don't want to be a commander. It's never going to happen. Where you, I think once upon a time you lost the empire when you lost Constantinople, and if you regain Constantinople, you could regain the empire. You'd also demand that other splinter empire bits acknowledged your power and so on and so forth. It's quite a nice touch. Well, we're reaching the end of this episode. Hopefully next episode we will have exhausted this remaining 9-10 months of Realm Peace, and we will be able to finally revoke the County of Lincoln, which is indeed at 100% now, which is wonderful. Well, thank you for watching everyone. Hope you've been enjoying so far. See you next time.